Hi there, thanks for joining me. Today I want to show you my traditional A-frame Viking home. To start with, I'm going to create a base of 12 by 14 metres, or 6 half-wood walls by 7 half-wood walls to form a rectangle. Once the floor is in place, we're ready to tackle the A-frame structure. For stability, I'm using iron beams. While you could build without them, you'd need internal poles to support the structure. I tested this method, but preferred an open space without the additional supports. Start by embedding the beams into the ground until they show blue. For the roof, I'm using black shingles because that's what I prefer, but the basic straw roofing would work just as well. Be sure to leave a gap in the centre to allow for the chimney to smoke the vent from the hearth. As always, small finishing touches make all the difference, so don't forget to add beams throughout the build for extra detail. At the front of the chimney, use 1 metre beams though, because we're going to need the snapping point in the centre. To give the roof a bit of a flare, I'm adding decorative accents to each end. This isn't a traditional feature, and you can leave it off if you prefer a more authentic look. Now with our central snapping point at the front, we're going to create an extension. To extend it far enough, I'm using temporary core wood poles for support because we need 5 beams heading outwards from the centre. The core wood beams will only be there temporarily until we can get the frame in place. Fill in the roof area and use the inner 45-degree piece to join the extension to the main body of the house. internally you might find a few pieces that are just hanging out and looking a bit scrappy. So remove those and then we'll finish it off properly with some more 45-degree beams, but tuck them in so that they don't overhang. At the front door, we're going to add some floor space. And then with one piece in, we're going to create the front door. I've added an extra layer of roofing to give depth to the front and the sides. When closing up the side walls, I'm enclosing decorative windows. It's an easy way to add character to the design. For extra depth, I'm using dark wood beams, slightly offset them using the Shift key, get them to join up together, and then repeat this on both sides. Cross beams will add that little extra flair. At the back of the main area, I'm using 26-degree roof tiles to extend to the floor, simply because I like the look. You can design this any way you prefer. Finish off the sides and the front with wooden beams to match the window frames. Now the side wings are looking a little bit unfinished to me, so I think I might just add one extra 45-degree to bring it in closer to the house, and we'll see if that gives us a more finished and polished look. I think the 45-degree roof pieces look great, but as always, this is a personal choice. Adding decorative arches to the front of the frame gives an entrance a nice gated look. Now that the exterior is done, let's move inside. You know me, I love efficient storage solutions. Since this home is compact and the A-frame shape limits space, I maximise storage wherever possible, such as under the front stairs. For the hearth, remove some of the central floorboards and add iron beams for structural support. These are essential to hold up the hearth. The hearth takes up 3 metres or 2.5 floor pieces. On one side, remove the floor sections and hide the kitchen upgrades beneath the floor. Inside the chimney, add hanging pieces to save space. On the opposite side, where there is a half full section, remove it and create additional storage beneath. It sits at the perfect height to create a new floor. I'm not entirely happy with the chimney as it's a little too high above the fire, allowing smoke to escape into the house. Adding an extra half wall around it helps contain the smoke, and then decorate it with your chosen style of wood to improve both function and aesthetic. Now, more storage is always needed, so let's go overhead. I'm creating a space for 5 more reinforced chests, cleverly hidden to maintain a clean look while preserving floor space. Repeat this method at both ends of the home. The kitchen and work area will be placed on the side with the underfloor storage. Again, by removing flooring, we can tuck crafting stations like the workbench and forge upgrades beneath the floor. Small homes require clever space-saving ideas, don't you think? Close up the floor and we've got a very functional and tight, cosy workspace. Next, I'm adding a small kitchen bench using 1x1 pieces. Rotating the end piece twice gives the bench top a nice finished look. Adding storage underneath and cupboard doors completes the design. At the opposite end of the house, I've set up a bedroom and dining area. Since the shape of the wall limits placement options, I've added a bench behind the bed for extra depth. A basic dining setup with some rugs makes the space feel warm and cosy. At the front entrance, I've added armour stands, which are a great addition, keeping your gear ready for adventuring. And now for the garden. A few plants brings the space to life. I love using these shrubs and thistle for natural lighting. Adding vegetables completes the scene. If you'd like to show your support for me and my channel, the easiest way is to like the video and subscribe. Don't forget to add a few finishing touches like boss trophies, a few armour stands, shields, just to give the place a real homely feel. With a few trees around, the home feels nestled into the landscape. This wonderful location, perched on the edge of the mountain and meadows biomes, overlooks the river leading to the ocean. It's just a beautiful place to call home. I hope you agree. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support my efforts to keep bringing you longer and better content, I'd really appreciate a like on this video and any comments, good or bad. I hope I've earned your subscription, or if you want to go the extra mile, you can help me out by becoming a Patreon or channel member, like these wonderful people. Thank you all so much for your support.